Anyway, so right now we're gonna share to you uh, the difference between discuss the difference between print function and return. So we're gonna use it in uh, integer values and also in what we call strings. So we could be able to change the value inside of the integer, I mean, the uh, variable that it was called in. So let's go. Let's get started. So first thing, we're gonna open up my here. Gonna create another file, which is print in sorry that. Okay. So the main difference for this one is that when you use print function, you will never gonna store your value, but in return function, it will gonna return uh, the value from the function towards the variable it was uh, passed in or it was called up. So let's try to take a look at this example. This one is print. We're gonna use the function and gonna use this add, and we're gonna put this one here at A and B, and we're gonna use the return. We're gonna use first the print function print, and then um, let's go over here. A result is equal to A plus B, and then print this one A result. So this time we have created this one here, the print function. When you're gonna try to call this function here, one like add, and then add a function there, and then um, E is equal to 1 and 2, and then you're gonna save this one here. It's print. It will produce an output in your console as 3. So you cannot be able to use it again in that scenario, right? But when you're gonna use the return function for that, for example, like that, r is equal to like that, right? Let's try to to use this one if it will work, right? So gonna print r, and then it says here that r is none, right? That means to say that you cannot put a value here, okay? So you cannot put a value here inside this variable because it's just a print, okay? It's just a print. But when you're gonna use return and put a result for that, the result for this one that you have used the function add, and then the result is equal to a plus b, that it's being added, the two of them is being added, then it's the result for that we're gonna be stored in this one. So try to save that one, and try to print it again. So let's do this one, and here as you can see, r is equal to 3. That means to say it's being stored in this variable here, r, right? Did you get the point? It returns a value. That means to say return, it means that it returns a value from the sender, or from this variable r that we have used, so that we have created. So that's it. It passed in inside of this variable here, the result of this one. Okay, it returns, it goes to the result, this one, and then it will go here. This is the result of this one, and then it will go to here. So that's what is the return is the difference between the return and result. So print just gives a result in your console, but it does not store any value inside of your value here r. But using return, it stores in your variable here r, and then when you're gonna use that one, you're gonna print. For example, we're gonna print r plus r, or r plus r like that. So this will gonna be like this. The result of that is 6, right? So that's it. That's what the differences between the return and result function. Like that. Okay, so that's the difference of those two. So I hope you learned something about this tutorial. I hope it makes sense. And that's all I have. Bye.